Hello, everybody. I'm here to give you some information about political science at today's open house. This is my 19th year at Park High School and my 23rd year in the district. So, been around quite a while. I never thought in my wildest dreams we'd be looking at school the way we are right now. But we'll get through this. Your students are going to do fantastic. I'm more than confident that they're going to do and be able to do the things they need to pass this class. Just a little bit about myself. First of all, I did grow up in St. Paul. I went to St. Paul Harding, but I have lived in Hastings now for about 24 years. These are just some pictures of my family here. Here we have the family a few years ago for Christmas. We decided to take a little family trip down to Chicago to see our favorite musical, Hamilton, which was definitely one of our highlights as a family. It was a lot of fun. We do have some animals. This is our dogs, Sasha and Magnus. Sasha's a German Shepherd, and Magnus is a German Shepherd mix. And then we have our cat down here, Senna. This is my daughter, our daughter. She just graduated high school, and now she's off to college at Trine University, where she is figure skating for the college team. And this is our son, Clayton. He ran track and field at the U of M for the past 4 years. Now he's finishing up his last semester. He'll be done in December and will graduate. That's him and his girlfriend at the Penn State game last year, cheering on the Gophers to a huge victory last season. That's a little bit my family. All right, let's talk about political science real quick. All right, first of all, with Schoology. It's important to understand that when I post work on Schoology for students, there will be a work completion rule. What that means is that I put some kind of a requirement on an assignment. It might be must view, it might be must submit, or there might be a minimum number of points to be scored in order to move on. You'll see that when the assignments are in the list, anything that's blue means that they're ready to complete that work. The ones below might show as gray. If it's gray, that's because they have not yet completed the completion rule of the assignment right above it. So it's really important that they pay attention to that completion rule. If for some reason it's not working, please let me know. However, I've been doing this for years and it works very smoothly, and it keeps students kind of up to date and making sure that they are understanding information before they move on. Edpuzzle is where you'll find any online lectures. This is embedded right into Schoology, so there's no need to leave Schoology to watch the Edpuzzle. They simply click on it. Sometimes they need to refresh the page for it to actually show up, but it will work. And then they watch the Edpuzzle. They'll have some questions embedded into the video to make sure they understand it. And then they complete it and I grade it. Hybrid students, my plan for hybrid students is to start the hour out with a direct instruction, most likely followed by an in-class assignment, and then they'll leave the day with the work they'll complete on their own. So I will explain to them what they will be doing in their next day where they're at the virtual learning at home. And the expectation is whatever that assignment is completed by the next time I see them face to face. For virtual learning, the plan is to give the full week of work except for a unit exam. And they can then work through that information piece by piece by piece following the completion rule. Now, this leads to attendance. With attendance, it's important to know that there's two things students must do to be marked as present. One, answer the daily attendance question if they are on virtual learning that day. And number two, complete the work that is in that weekly work. Now, there's a little more lenience in terms of how, when things are completed for work, but big thing, if a student is only answering the attendance question but not completing any assignments, that student can be considered absent from the course. Google Meet is what I will use to meet students face-to-face. On our Flex Fridays, we'll either have a unit test or a makeup day. So we'll start class. Everybody will be virtual. We're going to do these on Fridays, on our Flex Fridays. We'll start the hour with everybody logging into Google Meet, make sure there's no questions about the test, and then we'll start the test. Students will take the test from home. Once they're done with the test, they're done for the day. On the Flex Friday, that's a makeup day. Again, kind of the same process. If you're missing work, you'll log into Google Meet. We'll talk about anything that students might need for me to open up. They take their work, they make up their work in their class hour. So second hour during second hour, third hour during third hour. Once you're done with those makeup things, you're done for that Flex Friday. My late work policy is pretty simple. Everything for a unit must be completed and turned in by the day of the unit test. Once that date has passed, now work is considered late and points will be taken off. Any quizzes throughout the unit are set up to be retakeable. I highly recommend doing that. Most students take them over and over again until they get the perfect score. Students who do that do very, very well on the unit exam. Unit exams are set up on a one-time basis. They will take their exam during their hour of their class. Now, if there's a situation where a student doesn't do well, they get a 30% on a test, then we'll talk. We'll talk about maybe like what happened, why do they think their score was so low, and then what we can do to do either a retake or a test correction type of a situation. So that's a case by case. But for the most part, this is a one-shot test for my unit test. There'll be 3 total for this trimester. And that's it. That is political science in a nutshell. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can either call me or email. Email is typically best, but obviously you can call as well here at Park High School. It's going to be a great year. I know it's not what we expected, but we will get through this school year for sure. And students are going to have great success in political science. Thank you for your time.